I'm going to show you guys how to navigate our course a little bit. When you log in, this is what it'll look like. Welcome to Forensic Psychology. If you scroll down, you've got the syllabus here. However, it is embedded in the modules area, which I'll show you guys in a few seconds here. You got my contact information down here. Email is the best way to get me. Please feel free to email me questions as needed. Anything I can help you with, especially getting started, definitely can do that. When you come in, as this says here, I want you guys to go to the modules area. Everything that you'll need is located in the modules area, and that's where we'll be working from this entire semester. So once you log in here, you'll go over here to the left and you'll click on modules. That is the most important area that you'll be using. You've got my welcome letter and video. I want you to check that out. This is the Getting Started modules. This is where you'll begin. Essential course information, as I said, the syllabus, if you click here, is embedded. So you've got it there as needed. Course outcomes, if you click on that, you'll see, there we go, all the different course objectives, course learning objectives are all listed. Objective 1, Module 1. Most of them line up pretty closely with the modules, except when you get down to Module 6, Module 8, you'll see they don't always exactly. For instance, Objective 7 is, we discussed that in Module 8. Objective 8 is discussed Module 8. Objective 9 is in Module 6. And let's see. So you can zoom in too. This actually takes you a little bit closer, but that gives you an idea of what we'll be discussing. What are the main objectives and learning outcomes for this course? Go back to modules, and navigation is where you're finding this video. Getting started, there's scavenger hunt. That'll give you more information. Actually, it'll have you seek out information in getting started. It's a help. It's designed to give you some points in getting started. It's also a help in getting started in learning how to use this Canvas site. Go to Let's Get to Know Each Other. This is where you're going to, it's our first class discussion, and it's simply a meet and greet, as it says. There's some questions to answer. You'll address these questions 1, 2, 3, 4 down in the bottom area. Here's the grading rubric, which you can pull up, and each discussion has the grading rubric down in the left-hand side. Each activity that we do, there's a rubric located, or the discussions and the class assignments, there's always a rubric. In order to address these questions up above, I'm going to go into the reply area. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to, for example, question 1, ask me about my hobbies, who I am. My name is Greg, and I enjoy. You're going to go on and just describe a little bit about yourself, and then you can label off. Either way, you can go to and then kind of continue. Once you've got your answers in, this is your initial post. You're going to click here on Post Reply. It comes up underneath. You can see I did this once before. All of the class discussions, you're required to reply to at least 2 different students in the class. So I'm going to, once I get my post in, I'm going to reply to a couple different people. You'll see people's posts show up underneath, and you'll go back in maybe a few days later, because there'll be more replies at that point, and you simply click on the reply button here, and then that gives you a chance to reply back. Sorry. Hi Craig, I really liked da-da-da-da or whatever. So you reply to that person there, and then simply click Post Reply. So you'll have to do that for 2 different students for each discussion board. And I encourage you to reply to frequently to different students. I think that will make our discussions much more beneficial for everyone. And I encourage you guys to elaborate on your replies. Don't simply type, oh, I totally agree with that, or yeah, you got that right, or whatever. I mean, we want you to share why and support. If you agree or disagree, elaborate. Give us some more descriptive information in those replies. So I'm going to go back out to modules again. And scroll down to creating a profile. This is where you can add a picture. I want you guys to provide a just a headshot of your face. Not, you know, some people in the past have had like family shots, and and I really prefer just sort of a headshot, or if you could zoom in on a headshot, or just do it with your phone really quickly. And then you'll go over to account, student account area, and you'll click on that. I'm not going to do it right now because it kind of takes you to mine, and it kind of kicks out of this student view site. But you can put in your photo there, and then you can type a little bio about yourself, just some brief information about who you are and what you're studying and things of that nature. You can also, and I really encourage this, you can add an email address that might be your primary email address. For example, if you use Gmail frequently, especially on your phone, you might add that to the account. So you'll get any kind of class announcements that I send to you guys, it'll come to that email as well. And it won't just come to your Delgado email. Because some students have missed important information simply because they didn't check their Delgado email enough. So put your additional one into accounts, and you'll get it for your Gmail or whatever your primary email address is. Getting started form, or what questions do you have about getting started, and I'll be checking this frequently, so I'll be able to respond to you, and we'll be able to respond to each other in these forums. The virtual hangout is designed the same way. It's a place where when you guys have questions, you can ask, and I'm hoping it'll be interesting. We can share different information, whether that be like I said, stories, articles, videos, current events, new theory, anything related to forensic psychology. It'll be an interesting place for us to add information to this course and share with each other. I'll be giving more announcements about the virtual hangout and ways that we can use it, but I think it should be a help. Now, you can come down here and simply click, and it'll move to the next our next thing, module overview. This is kind of moving into module 1, but so let me take us back because I missed something here that I want to show you guys. Definitely want you to go back one more. Just go to modules. Definitely want you to do the course pretest. When you take this course pretest, you only get one shot at it, but that's okay. I want you to move through the questions. You'll simply click Take the Test, and it's a timed test, but I just want you to complete it. This is to assess what you already know about forensic psychology, and you'll get, for completing the test, you'll get full credit. You don't worry about missing questions, okay? This is just to see where you're at, sort of a starting place to kind of gauge how much knowledge you have about forensic psychology. Completing it will get you the credit on the pre-test. So make sure you take that. In fact, each module will have a pre-test and a post-test connected to it. So once you do the Getting Started module, you're going to move into Module 1. What is forensic psychology? For each module, you've got an initial overview, student learning outcomes, and then you'll take a pretest. And the pretest on each module is you're given credit just for completion. So again, I don't want you to worry on the pretest about missing questions. I just want you to move through it and answer the best you can, and you'll get the full points. On this one, it's 26 points. So completing it, no matter how many you miss, will get you to 26 points. As long as you give a good faith effort, I think you'll be fine on that. Each module will then have a readings, and for this one, there's a couple different articles that I'm having you guys read. Some of them, most of them are embedded, so when you click, it'll actually, all the information is there. Some of them will have a link that'll take you to the information. but most of them it is embedded. So you'll have module readings, sorry about that, for each module that we do. This one has actually a brief discussion here, forensic programs discussion, where you'll explore these links and then you'll discuss what information you found based on the questions that I asked within this. And then Module 1 reading questions. This is sort of like a Q&A where you'll have questions that come up about the reading. And as it says, there are multiple choice, matching questions, true, false, and they take you through the reading. You can take these quizzes as many times as you want. They are graded, but it's a great way to practice for the post-test. So I encourage to take them multiple times. Once we get past the reading part, you'll have a lecture, which are my lectures. Once again, I'm jumping around here. So on each one, some of them there's one video, some of them there's 2 videos. This one you've got 2 different separate videos. They're not long, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes. And this takes you through some PowerPoints that go along with the information that you need to know for Module 1. And it's basically my PowerPoint videos that kind of help walk you through the information. And then you've got the actual lecture PowerPoints without the me talking and the video portion. And then you're going to take a Module 1 video lecture assessment, which is based on the viewing of this lecture and the PowerPoint information. After that's completed, you'll move to module activities, and they're different for each module. Some will have discussions, some will have an assessment, a psychological assessment that you might take, and others will have you taking a link and exploring information. They're mixed up quite a bit. There's a lot of videos that you'll be watching and sharing information about, answering questions to those videos, or interacting with each other in the discussion about those videos. And then at the end, you're going to take the post-test assessment. This is where you want to give a really good effort. You get just one shot on this, and it is timed. It's based on all the information that you've learned from Module 1. And you've been doing some repetitive answering of questions in Module 1 too, so you should be well prepared by the time you take the post-test assessment. But again, on the post-test, you want to do the best you can. You don't have multiple opportunities on the post-test. And like I said, there's one for each module that we'll be covering. So that kind of gives you the breakdown of the navigating of this site. I'll be bringing up more questions. I'll share more information to the questions that you guys have. You can see it's very linear. We just walk through. It takes you to Module 2, and it's the same setup. Information, pre-test, module readings, module lecture, module activities. And so week to week we'll be moving through each module. We cover a module per week. In some cases we cover less than that, or it's spaced out a little differently. But hopefully this helps you guys. If you have any questions, let me know, and that is the navigation.